Hey. We are back. This is Nerdad. We are playing Baldur's Gate 3 again. So, last time we had a short little stream, and what we did was we went through leveling up a wizard, and in true Nerdad fashion, that took a full hour to accomplish. So today we're actually going to be moving along a little bit. I'm probably going to go up and grab Lae'zel, because we are going to want her. She is up a little bit towards the north, I believe. We're also going to try to head over to the Overgrown ruins, if we can. In fact, I might do the Overgrown ruins first, because we will have everything that we need to do those Overgrown ruins, and Lae'zel can just wait. So, I'm just going to head towards the Overgrown ruins. That's what's going to happen. And it is worth noting that, in the Overgrown ruins, there is a group of profiteers who are pretty aggressive, pretty upset about a lot of their choices in life, it seems. But what we are going to do with that group is there is a way you can talk them out of attacking your party. We're not going to do that. And the reason we're not going to do that is because they actually have some items that I want. The specific item that we're going to want is a trap disarm kit. There are a few trap disarm kits that are scattered around this map a little bit later on, and of course you can buy some whenever we get to a shop a little bit later, but much easier just to go ahead and grab the trap disarm kit right here, because in the Overgrown ruins there are going to be an enormous number of traps that we're going to have to deal with. So yeah, we definitely want that trap disarm kit for when we go into the Overgrown ruins. So alright, here we go. Let me go ahead and save real quick. Actually, I didn't do a big save for the area, so I'll go ahead and do that. I do like always doing a save for the general area, and then I'll do individual quick saves. That way, if I mess up on a quick save, like if I quick save in a bad location, it won't totally ruin my day. Come on, guys.
Something over there. I hope we're clearing this without a shovel.
So there will be these dirt mounds scattered all throughout the game. These dirt mounds usually have a treasure chest inside of them, and that treasure can be, you know, from to actually pretty darn good. So it is worth moving around and trying to get these your party to trigger those survival checks. And it is worth noting, if you're walking around and all of a sudden you have like 4 survival fails, like all of your party members fail on these survival checks, it's probably pretty likely that there is a dirt mound nearby, and you don't need to have the dirt mound like visible to you. You can just use a shovel in the area, and it'll dig up the dirt mound even without it. So if you just again, if you hear like 4 survival checks failing in a row and you don't see any dirt mounds, just try digging in the area. There's probably something there nearby. But what I am going to do is I'm going to mark this area with a dirt mound. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I don't have a shovel yet, but I will be getting a shovel relatively soon. And there is
Something over there.
Another dirt mound just right there. So I am going to go ahead and head down this side path here. There are a couple of herbs and stuff to pick up in this area, so I'm going to go grab these real quick. I do like having the camera like that. It almost makes Baldur's Gate look like a Mario platformer, but like the most fantasy Mario platformer ever. All right. So what we have got here is a hatch on the side of the road. So this hatch does lead, I believe, into the Overgrown ruins. This is just one of a few ways to get into the Overgrown ruins. But here, let me quick save just in case I don't want to mess anything up. If we do a lockpick from Astarion, you can see the difficulty class on this particular hatch is a 20, and if you fail your lockpicking attempt, you'll actually lose a thieves' tools, and we do not want to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and cancel and look for a more
wish to live in
way
more
in.
interesting times, swift as my feet can carry me.
So we'll head back up this path here. these vines right here are actually... no, there are some vines, like, nearby. Sometimes you'll see stuff on the ground that is difficult terrain and hard to move through, so watch out for that. It's not great. I do want to double-check my spells, too, while I'm thinking about it. Just make sure that
One with the weave.
stuff is ready to go. See, Disguise Self, I do not want Disguise Self right now. I also don't want Find Familiar, because I already have my Familiar out. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in, I guess, Witch Bolt, I guess Fog Cloud. Oh, Thunderwave would actually be pretty good. I'll do Thunderwave instead of Witch Bolt. That feels a lot better. It's more defensive for Gale. And Fog Cloud, it might be useful, it might not be. It really depends on if we have a ranged attacker that's going to be kind of annoying, and we actually might have one that is going to be kind of annoying.
Quite.
Oh, and
I've got a long road ahead. What path lies before me?
You both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone.
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what
Height
about the
racism.
crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
That guy has like way too gruff a voice and way too deep a voice for a gnome. I do like it though. He's a gnome, right? He's not a halfling. I feel like halflings are a little bit pudgier. He looks like a gnome. All right, so again, here is the deal. I have a lot of pretty good options for smoothly calming this this whole group down, but I don't want to do that. If I smoothly calm this thing down, they will run away with their precious loot. So I will not be calming them down. I will in fact be instigating them to attack. So I mean no harm. I'm just looking around.
First you look, then you touch,
Correct.
then you take.
Absolutely.
The only thing we're sharing with you is our pointy ends. Get him!
I mean, I'm going to take that too, so technically he's right. All right. So, do have to be careful around this cracked stone. This cracked stone will crumble and make us take some falling damage if we fall into the area below. But if you'll notice, there is this wonderful little coiled rope right here, and I think
Need to
I'm
stay
actually
focused.
going to take a shot at that and see if I can take care of these two guys here. Might be a little bit of a problem getting those items after they fall down, but I think I'm going to risk it. Because if I remember right, it's this guy right here that has the disarm trap kit, and that is the thing that I absolutely want. So this might be a terrible idea. I do have a bird. So yeah, that bird is Gale's familiar. So I am a huge fan of bird familiars, and particularly this bird familiar. This bird familiar, one of its abilities, and in fact, it is the bird's turn. The bird's special ability is that it will blind a creature, not a teacher. That's a weird Freudian slip. It will blind a creature if it connects on this attack. And as always, if we take a look at blind, my favorite thing ever is in the description of blinded, and that is that. Let me pull that up. Attack rolls against blinded creatures have advantage, which is the thing that I am always looking for. So if we do this right, the bird will give us advantage pretty consistently. Always good to try to find ways to get additional advantage or backup advantage or what have you, but it is all about trying to grant advantage to all of my attackers. So yeah, bird is fantastic. Plus it can fly, and with the fly it actually has a pretty darn good range. So like for example, I want to see if Astarion can get, oh jeez. I'm gonna see if Astarion can jump up there. No, he cannot. So that might be a problem. I'm not totally sure which enemy I want to
Ready.
blind. But even regardless, what I want to do, definitely want to do, is try and knock this down.
Focus, strike.
Let's see what this is. Okay. So here is the key. Baldur's Gate 3 is really, really good about doing this. Again, Larry has done such a fantastic job. I'm pretty sure that that guy that we hit with the rock is going to be straight down into the next room, into the room below. If he's straight down, then that's fine. I will continue onward. But if we just killed him and like mashed his trap disarm kit into oblivion with the rock, then I will probably reload and try this fight again. Because again, I need that trap disarm kit.
Let's turn someone inside out.
All right. So this kind of stinks because this mage up here has full view of the stairs where Astarion would come up. Oh, and incidentally, let me explain what I'm doing here. If you hold down Shift, you can actually see the sight lines for where your enemies are looking. So like this mage right here is looking down the stairs, so all the stuff in red is all the stuff that mage can see clearly. Astarion needs to be out of line of sight in order to go into stealth, and once he is in stealth, he'll be able to attack with advantage against a target. Really, really, really good and solid way to grant advantage to Astarion. And because of the actual sight lines, which is again not a thing in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Like in D&D 5th edition, they just assume that everybody can see all around them in 360 degree view. And so it's a huge issue trying to go into stealth when you are even remotely near something. But in here, they are actually facing in a certain direction, and I can absolutely, like, for example, I could just put Astarion behind here, and then have him stealth there, and then do his attack. It'll be a little bit easier once Astarion gets 2 bonus actions, but that is so overpowered, and I will talk about that a little bit more whenever we get there. I do want to... Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I do want to enable asking if I want to do a sneak attack. I like knowing that my sneak attacks are going off in a proper way. All right, so what am I going to do here? Shadowheart has already gone. She does not have enough space to jump up there. Man, that is a bummer.
I missed this.
That mage is going to be a big issue. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to have Astarion... Oh, see... This is what I was talking about. The twisting vines right here are going to be difficult terrain, so this is a big problem. And I just used up my bonus action, so we can't jump. Jeez. So I'm gonna move him just a little
Time to
bit.
move.
Why is it going all the way around Nerdad? That's really bizarre. Oh wow, is that seriously his entire dash? Yeesh. Ooh. So Gale, I talked about Portent Dice last episode. Portent Dice, just a real quick refresher, it allows you to replace certain dice. It allows you to replace dice with either really advantageous dice or really non-advantageous dice. I didn't realize that Gale had a Portent Die of 20, which will be incredibly useful if I want a guaranteed crit, which I don't think I want right now. No, I do not want right now. I am gonna want that with Astarion though, because whenever you crit with Astarion, his sneak attack damage crits as well. So we are gonna hold off on that. All right. And oh, see, that was super poor planning on my part. I should have used I totally forgot about the. Well, it would be nice if he were dead, but... Oh, you're talking about the guys that got hit with a stone here in chat. He dead. Yeah, he extremely dead. Alright, this was poor planning. I should have had the bird come over first, try to blind the target so that Astarion could have had advantage granted against him. Real major misstep on my part. So now this guy's blinded. It looks like Gale is going to have the chance to attack the mage before she is unblinded, but that's it. Yeah, that's a huge waste. That's a huge waste. I really messed that up.
Let's end this.
But you'll notice that bird was able to just jump straight up there because the bird can fly. All right, and
Heading there.
yeah, let's move you right there. Do have this archer to deal with in a little bit. Arrow of acid on Shadowheart. I could make it miss, but I'm not going to. This is my first fight of the long rest, so I want to save up my. And the big problem with Arrow of Acid is it does leave this acid pool, which is going to be a bummer to get past. Don't like how this is going. It is worth noting too, like some of these abilities will grant advantage to the next person who attacks or for the next attack that connects on a certain enemy. Blinded is not that way. Like they will remain blinded until their turn, which is just blinded is a really good. So the mage put my bird and my paladin asleep. Kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. So now I gotta figure out how am I going to grant Astarion sneak attack damage here. And I think what it's gonna come down to. Let's see if I can get Shadowheart in melee range. Yeah, it looks like I can.
On I go then.
Oh, and she lost. I forgot about the twisting vines, which means that she didn't have enough movement speed to actually jump over the. Oh man, this is just misstep after misstep, you guys. All right, how do I want to do this then? Should have had her stay over and wake up. Man, just poor planning all over the place. At least she connected, only 2 damage, but that'll work, I guess. Alright. So here's what we're going to do with Astarion. As of right now, Astarion would not do any sneak attack damage, but if you'll notice by looking at the sight lines, I can't tell if they can't see past Shadowheart. I'm going to have to test that out a little bit later and see if your party members block line of sight. Because if they do, that's a big deal. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But anyway, Astarion is sitting right here. I am going to have him hide.
Trace.
Because he's totally outside of line of sight. And I'm going to have him do a sneak attack on this. And this should take out the mage here. It's 96% chance to hit. Advantage. Yep. Yeah, there we go. And I believe that is it for Astarion. So yeah, although I think I am gonna go ahead and move up a little bit and try to get a little closer to this range guy. And conveniently, he should be out of line of sight of the range guy, just barely, which is perfect.
Let's finish this.
With rogues, he is. Oh, is the audio messed up a little bit on the game? Okay, let me see what I can do here. Oh, is it fixed? Okay. I didn't do anything, but I'm glad it worked. I love not doing anything and fixing things. Alright. Oh, Shadowheart still has a bonus action. Yeah, we're not going to take that right now. Hamstring shot? I don't care about that too much. I'm using Shadowheart as a ranged character, so I'm not too concerned about not being able to move too much. I am concerned about the damage that did, though. That's crazy. All right.
To the rescue.
Let's go over and wake up Nerdad. Okay, cool. Oh, and it's actually Nerdad's turn right now.
Still on my feet.
Yeah, let's jump up there and we'll get the bird awake. Yeah. Incidentally, I don't know if y'all saw the name of the raven, but it's quoth. In other words, like from Edgar Allan Poe, quote the raven, nevermore. This is actually one of my favorite like esoteric puns in this game. It's really good. I really like that a lot. Actually, kind of makes me wonder what the other familiars' names are, because that's darn clever. All right, what are we doing? Yeah, let's move him up a little bit. And I don't think that he's going to be able to shoot. No. No, it looks like he's just barely out of not out of range, but like out of line of sight. That's a bummer.
What fools these mortals be.
And let's see if we can jump over the acid. See if we can jump over the acid. Oh, I apparently can't. We can get pretty close to the acid, though, and we'll just chill out right there. Alright. So, quoth the raven. Let's see how far we can get over there. Not very. I might move quoth the raven over here. Fly is great. Fly is great. I will say, use this did I use Asuna to get rid of their debuff? Somebody's playing Final Fantasy. No, I did not use Asuna. I used a magic ability called Slap Somebody Silly Awake. It literally. So they have a help action, and help is actually like you can cure a good number of status ailments with the help command. And if help wasn't available to wake somebody up, then I could have actually legitimately just gone up and shoved them so that they would have woken up. That totally would have worked as well. All right, Astarion is. We're gonna go ahead and hide. Move out this way, and you'll see here like the sightlines have kind of moved off to the side, so Astarion's in a really good position to really continue to be in a good position, actually.
This will do nicely.
Yeah, I'm gonna move him up a little bit because I do want him eventually to be doing dagger. And yeah, critical hit. Okay, so this is a big deal. This is a really good thing to have happen when you are a rogue and you. I'm gonna turn down the game volume. It looks like the game is a little bit louder than my voice, so I'm gonna. So the bird. The question in the chat is, what does the bird do? So the bird is a familiar. So it's summoned as a magical creature by my wizard Gale, and what the bird does is it's like an extra party member. Only has 1 HP, so it's super easy to kill, but it is also super easy to bring back. But the bird can fly around. It can also fly like through, like for example, it can fly through the bars of a jail cell, stuff like that. So it can fit into like really tiny spaces that a lot of my characters cannot fit through. But the cool thing with the bird is that the bird can do a special attack that will blind if it connects on the attack. And blind, as always, is fantastic because that grants advantage. And we always want to have advantage granted to us so that Astarion can do crazy amounts of damage. Alright, so Astarion got a critical hit on this, so this should do a lot of damage right here. or it won't. Okay, cool. So Astarion did a total of 13 damage. Is pretty good. I'll take it. Oh, I will take it. And that is Astarion's turn. The only thing I don't like is Astarion is a sitting duck now for this archer. But I kind of like that a little bit better than having Shadowheart be the target because she is super low on HP. Actually, can she hit him? Yeah. Hey, that was a good shot. A good shot.
Never a dull moment.
All right. So, I'm gonna see if I have Featherfall. I don't think I do.
Lost in thought.
I do not have Featherfall. The problem is if I jump down into that hole to check and see if there is legitimately a corpse down there with the equipment that I need, I will take a good amount of damage. Don't want that to happen. Normally, I would look for Featherfall on my mage, which I do not have at the moment, so that's kind of a bummer. So I gotta think about how I want to do this. But first, let's go and loot corpses. Scroll of mage armor. What the... And there is the shovel that I was looking for. So that's really good.
At least things have stayed interesting. Have to keep going.
Go loot the guy up here. And.
I applaud your taste.
So Shadowheart. Here's another trick that you can do. You can actually pick up all of these wooden crates. And oh, I didn't loot that before I pulled it out. All right, so yeah, you can pick up these wooden crates. I like to have 3 wooden crates on in these cubicle shaped ones. Just because they only weigh 10 pounds each. That is a lot, but it is worth it. But what I'll do with them is when I get the chance, I will pull out these wooden crates before combat and stack them up, and then have my ranged people climb up on top of the wooden crates. And that way, whenever you're doing a ranged attack, you're going to have a +2 to your attack roll, which is an extra 10% to hit. That's a high ground bonus, just like Obi-Wan had against Anakin. So yeah, I will be on the lookout for these crates here. All right, and let me see. Nerdad should have. Yeah, he's got healing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and blow this healing. So yeah, you're right. The comment in the chat is the corpse is up top, and there absolutely is a corpse up top, but there were actually 2 guys sitting on like that little crumbly stone area. Like one of them got a huge stone block to the face, and then went down through the floor with the stone block. The other one just got hit by the stone block, and died almost immediately. Well, not even almost immediately. It was immediately. But he stayed up top. But yeah, I'm gonna, let's see, where is Shadowheart? Yeah.
Looking ahead.
Let's go ahead and we'll channel up. Because I don't want to use a short rest yet. I didn't really burn any resources during that, so really no need to do a short rest. But I will go ahead and do a channel up. Yeah, and everybody should be good now.
Time to press ahead.
Hey, in chat, I assume you're talking about this guy right here, Gimblebach. That is up top. Wait, which bro is a Lalafell? Are you talking about my character or the archer that we killed? Bro is also part of the wall now. Oh, good stuff. All right, so there's another wooden crate. I'm gonna grab that too. And was it Gale that I gave those to? No, Shadowheart. Okay. Oops.
Might be useful.
Grab that. So again, I will definitely be doing Shadowheart as a ranged in this. All right, I don't think there's anything up there that I need to check out. Oh, my character? I don't know. He's a little chunky for a Lalafell. He's a Lalafell if they use performance enhancing chemicals on a regular basis. I don't know, that hat's a little Lalafellian. For those who don't know what we're talking about, in Final Fantasy XIV, which one of my favorite games, there's a character race called Lalafells, and they're just cute little adorable, insidious, horrible people.
I must keep going.
I think gnomes are way more Lalafellan
All right, what now?
than
How much farther can I go?
than dwarves are. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this bedroll. I don't know how much does that sell for. Oh, one. Gross. But there is a backpack and a burlap sack over here, so we'll be taking all that. I wonder if I can use a rope to get down that area. I've never used a rope before in this game. I wonder if you can. But this right here is one way that we can get into the what do you call this? The ruined chapel? Not the ruined chapel. Overgrown ruins. Yeah. It's going to require a couple of checks. Normally, I wouldn't bother with this, and I would go in through the front entrance, because the front entrance is actually pretty easy to lockpick, but again, that first room inside the front entrance is loaded with traps. And I lost my trap disarm kit, which is kind of a bummer. So we're going to try to get a hold of that by going in the back way, and then we'll come in back into the front. Get 30 boxes for the ultimate high ground. Anakin wouldn't dare even try that. Even he knows. I know, right? Just take this huge crate that's larger than I am and just shove it in my pocket. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna quick save, just because this conversation can't go a little goofy.
My beautiful book. Everything all right out there?
All right, performance, deception. I'm not proficient in performance or deception, but I think I need to pass one of these in order to get in here. So as always, we're gonna put guidance up. That's only a DC 10, so that should be okay. Hey, all right. Critical success, awesome.
You sound a bit shaken, Mosh. Hang on while I find the key.
All right. So as soon as we go in there, a fight is going to start up.
Who the hell? You're dead!
Let's have some carnage.
Alright. Enemy of surprise. How do I want to do this? Oh, see? Check out the line of sight here. Like, super easy setup. So we're going to move Astarion off to the side. We are going to
My way.
stealth him out. And we are going to... Yeah. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and sneak attack on that. And we'll go ahead and move him a little bit more. And bird is up, so very first thing we're going to do is what? We're going to have the bird blind everything. Blinded. Oh, that's kind of cool. Check it out. Like, when he's blinded, it actually reduces his line of sight. I mean, of course it would. Of course it would. But even still, it's cool to see him do that.
I speak, they burn.
Alright, I'm going to move Gale off to the side here. That was kind of a waste. I thought I could climb up on the rocks there. That's... No. I played a D&D game a long time ago, and I was playing a wizard because of course I was playing a wizard, and I used an owl. And owls, I'm kind of disappointed that they don't have owls in Baldur's Gate 3, because owls have they have I think it's a bonus action, or it might even just be a passive on them, where they do not
I'm done.
trigger.
I can't wait to sleep.
My characters are complaining about wanting to rest. Owls can get into melee range of a bad guy, hit them, and then it just immediately back out without triggering an opportunity attack, which is awesome. Plus, they have a super crazy perception score. They also have a super crazy stealth score. They can fly, obviously. I mean, they're just the best familiar. But Raven works in a pinch. But in that D&D game, instead of blinding the target like I'm doing in this situation, I would have the owl go and do the aid action, or the help action, I think. And what that does is you pick one of your allies that will then have advantage on that target. And there was one guy that was in character and would always say, "Oh, blessed bird," and it just seeing the Raven, do a blind every time and grant advantage to everybody just reminds me of my blessed bird from that D&D campaign. I'm sure that was a fantastic story that everybody wanted to hear. All right, cool stuff. We'll be taking all of that. All right. So this right here is almost like a little bed chamber or an antechamber or something like that. But tons and tons and tons of stuff to loot in here.
No
so
more
we
prayers.
absolutely
Only
be
dust
looting
and silence.
everything.
way
And
to the
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
this will be Shadowheart's last wooden grate.
Is that blood?
So that should work
No,
out.
never mind.
All right. Loot. And part of the reason that I am looting is because all of this stuff that I am looting right now is going to be fodder. I'm going to donate this to a vendor that I really need to have a good opinion of me on. So the better the opinion of a vendor is for you, the cheaper its stuff is. So a lot of this stuff, I am just going to be donating over and over and over again to a vendor to get their impression of me up. It's just a cheesy little way, cheesy and tedious way to get a vendor's opinion of you up. But I will absolutely be doing that in some cases a little bit later on. Take a look at this plaque here.
Ancient, indecipherable text covers the plaque.
A dead tongue. Whoever worshipped here must be long gone.
Loot. I will re-emphasize, I will be looting absolutely everything that isn't nailed to the floor. I do tend to not loot, I don't tend to lockpick very much, and I don't tend to steal very much. But I could be persuaded otherwise. In fact, I can... the more I go about looting stuff, wholesale, the more I'm kind of thinking, man, there's probably a lot of loot in that guy's pockets. It's really not a penalty for looting either, unless you get caught. And then there's a big penalty. But in this case, this is all stuff from bad guys, so it's okay to do this. Get this candle lit. Sometimes the looting position is a little bit wonky. I'm gonna grab this knife right here. I'm gonna grab this tin plate. I'll grab this fork. But when I try to grab this tin cup, sometimes he'll go all the way around the table, even though the tin cup is in the middle of the table. Oh, and look at that. He doesn't have T-Rex arms. How wonderful. Alright, that's everything off that
Another
table.
step forward.
Now over here. Candles. Yep, and a wooden crate. So we are going to have
No
Gale
rest for
grab
the
that
wicked,
crate.
I see. Most excellent.
Gale actually has pretty decent carrying capacity. It's not fantastic, but I mean it's more than Astarion, so I mean it's pretty good. And when I respec him, he'll have a little bit better
Let's
too.
get going.
Got here water and a ladle. I am telling you, if you thought I was kidding about looting absolutely everything, I was so not kidding. Absolutely everything. Cauldrons kind of suck though, because cauldrons I think are really, really heavy. Yeah, super, super heavy, and only 1 gold. So yeah, I'm gonna be dropping those. I will not be looting cauldrons. Forget cauldrons. See, I was just moving back and forth for like all this stuff that is like right next to each other. Whatever. All right, I think that is it. And it is nice coming in this direction because there's a lever that will unlock that door. And ta-da! A whole bunch of guys inside here.
Go for the throat.
And Astarion is going first again. This is a pretty intense fight. But they are right next to the oil barrels though. So guess what Astarion is going to do? Yeah, I'm totally gonna have him. Yeah, that did a great amount of damage. That was really good. That worked out well. Cool. That was a smart move. Okay, I am gonna have him dash, and I'm gonna see if I can get like pretty far off to the side because I'm gonna want him to stealth out of the whoa, jeez. I'm gonna have him stealth out of the way whenever the battle's going a little bit crazier. But hopefully they don't kill him in the process. Oof. Oh, hamstring shot's gonna suck on Astarion, but depending on where the lines of sight are, I could just have him snipe instead of stab. I'm gonna not do that. Astarion rolled a 1. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, did one of them die? Yeah, one of them just died. Nice. I don't mean nice. Murder is bad.
Can't give up. Not now.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and what have we got here? Full health, full health, full. Oh no, not full health. Oh, actually, this guy has a lot of HP. I might try to take him out first, especially because this guy's burning. That'll chip away at his health a little bit. So yeah, I think I want to. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Okay, 55 to hit, 36 to hit, 50 to hit. So yeah, she is on bow duty, crossbow duty. Hey, nice shot. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, she's gonna be blocking the way. Oh no, that was. Y'all, I am doing so many mistakes in this game right now. That's okay though. I'm gonna have my guy just jump over Shadowheart. Oh man. It's not moving. Dang it. So you know what'd be cheeky is if I did command and force this guy just to stay in the fire. That might be a good idea, actually. Do that. I might do that. So I really don't have a great option otherwise. 55 to hit. 65 to hit, that's not bad. 50 to hit. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. So, command. This is one of the cool things about command. So much versatility, and like, for example, he's sitting in fire. Not really a whole lot else that I can do, but I can command him to lay down in the fire like a horrible, horrible person. Oh, dang, they rolled a 20? I'm gonna use up this port and die. Not what I wanted to have happen there. But hey. And again, that is the power of a port and die. I mean, like, he rolled a 20 to save against that command. And that always feels good, and it feels even better to ruin somebody's day by taking their 20 and turning it into a 6. Alright. Bird. Burb. Let's go and blind this guy. Hopefully blind this guy. Yeah. Nice.
No gloom, all doom.
And... Should I go for damage, or should I go for Ray of Frost and slow it down a little bit? I think I'm gonna go Ray of Frost. Oh, man. Yeah. It happens. You have advantage. Sometimes you still miss. Doesn't feel very good though. You know what? I'm not gonna have him jump. I'm gonna have him actually move out of way, like behind cover. Nice. All right, so check this out. Starion is totally out of line of sight right now. Oh, but he doesn't really need to do anything because they are blinded. So yeah, I'm not going to. Nice. That wasn't a great. That was not great. That just was not great. I can move out of the way though. 1 damage. Come on. You can do better than that. Alright. What are we gonna do here? Yeah, that guy's still blinded. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and... I think... Like, whenever you have the choice to attack something that grants you advantage or attack something else, like, go with the thing that has advantage. It's... Oh my gosh! Man. Not doing super good with my rolls today. Oh, it was a pretty good hit from the bird. Hey, you knock that off. You knock that off. Alright. Bird. Bird. Got a 60... movement. Yeah. Nice. Did want that blinded. Should be good. Okay, so now with this guy blinded, he will definitely go down this turn.
Let me recite their demise.
I just need to actually put it into effect. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Get him out of the way. All right.
Blood comes easy these days.
Hopefully this will
strike
connect
you
and we can take
down.
down some. Yeah, good. That was actually pretty lucky. Okay. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Fly over here. Get ready to blind him next turn. Oh jeez, I thought that was going to be a Burning Hands is going to be on Nerdad. Nerdad already has like a ton of HP. I am taking a hit. Oh, and Astarian's still hamstrung. Oh, man. I do believe that means that he's not going to be able to attack directly this turn.
Outmaneuver them.
What a bummer. Oh, but he does get sneak attack. He just doesn't have advantage. Okay. So, you're confused. I can tell. It's fine. I'll explain. I'm so used to Astarian... I need to roll better. No, seriously, I'm having the worst luck with rolls tonight. It's not going well. It is not going well at all. So Astarian, of course, anytime he has advantage, well, not anytime, asterisk. Anytime he has advantage, he is able to do sneak attack damage, which is really what you always want to be doing with Astarian. But there is a backup plan where if he attacks a target and that target has within melee range one of its enemies, it doesn't have to be your team, it can be any of its enemies, then Astarian will still do his sneak attack damage. I'm so used to playing him in melee that I forgot that is absolutely the case still for sniping stuff as well. So Astarian attacks this guy. This guy is within 5 meters of Nerdad, which means that Astarian gets sneak attack damage, which is just great. That one was not great, however. That one was decidedly disappointing. Oh, Gale is still in the way. Dang, man. Alright, we're going to jump in there and we're going to just get on close. What do we got? Oh my gosh. I'm rolling so bad. So bad.
Never a dull moment.
Oh man. This is a good chance to hit though. Yeah. Oh, and did you see that, y'all? I had the bird up again, and I did not use it to blind the target. Like
No one's stopped me yet.
Yeah. Lots of good stuff, though. Lots of good stuff. Alchemist Fire is pretty cool. What do we got here? Leather gloves. Javelins are cool if you're going for javelins. Alright, so now Nerdad is encumbered, so what I'm going to do is I am going to send a few things to camp because I don't need them at the present moment. These camp supplies, they weigh so dang much. So dang much. So the only time that you really need camp supplies is in camp, so I will be sending like all the heavier stuff to camp. But that said, you do always want to keep like a few items, like a few pieces of food on you, because there are a couple of like conversation options that involve having food on you. So I will be keeping a good amount of food with me sent to camp. All right, and that should make a big difference. But even still, I will send a lot of this over to Shadowheart, because at the moment Shadowheart has a really good amount of carrying capacity. Pick up this torch. And let's see here. And look who it is. So I love that his entire other team was in the next room over. And they hear this enormous crash, probably followed by an ah! They're just like, doop-a-doop-a-doo. I've got to sweep the floor. Alright, but yeah, here it is. Here's our trap disarm toolkit. That's the thing that we want. So, all of that. And actually, while I am thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and send... Sometimes it gets so hard to find stuff. But, so okay, this is actually a super useful thing. Whenever you hit tab and you open up, you know, like the group inventory, this is a super useful screen. Very, very helpful. But you can't find anything. Oh, well, no, you can. I take it all back. This is the best screen. That's it. Alright, so we can search up here for Trap Disarm Toolkit. There it is. Let's send it over to Astarion. And let's see. Lockpick? What's that called? Thieves' tools. Oh my gosh. It takes me a while sometimes, y'all. So yeah, I've collected a whole bunch of thieves' tools on Nerdad. I'm gonna send those over to Astarion. Cool, cool, cool. And if you'll take a look, there's another wooden crate. Who needs a wooden crate right now? Oh, actually, Shadowheart has 4 of those, so one of those goes to Gale, and Gale picks up
At the ready.
this last one.
Yes, why not?
Pick up. I will go ahead and get Astarion with another 3 crates as well. Couple of reasons for this. One, sometimes Astarion I just need him to snipe instead of stab. And the second reason is there are many times that these stupid crates break. So, like, for example, this is one of the most frustrating things. A really, really, really good spell, whenever Gale gets level 2 spells, is Flaming Sphere. And Flaming Sphere just creates this big, huge, like, ball of lava that you can move around, and anything that is near the lava ball takes damage. Really, really good spell. Very efficient use of a spell slot. But if you... at the end of a fight, by default, your Flaming Sphere will go back and sit next to its master. And that doesn't do any damage to Gale, of course. It does do damage to the crates that Gale is standing on. And so it's... You have to sit there and watch as, like, you lose crate by crate by crate. That really stinks. But, couple of things that I'm noticing here. Gale's AC is at 11. I actually never gave him the stuff that he needs. So, Gale has a quarterstaff, and as a human, Gale actually has proficiency in light armor, including shields. So, we're going to pop him with a shield. He's going to single-hand wield that quarterstaff, and his AC automatically goes up to 13. And the other thing that needs to happen is that, and this, again, this is something that I should have done, like, right off the bat. He needs to cast Mage Armor. Mage Armor is not a concentration spell. It lasts the entire day until you take a long rest. You need to cast Mage Armor. Because now, Gale's armor is 16, which, if you'll notice, so is Shadowheart's and so is Nerdad's, and they're wearing some way heavier armor than Gale's clothing. So yeah, it is a really good way to make your wizards way tankier, especially in the early game. But like a free 3 AC is a great way to spend a spell slot. And actually, a little bit later, we're going to have some hirelings. We're actually going to hire up, at least one of them is going to be a wizard, and that wizard is going to have mage armor, and that hireling will cast mage armor on Gale, and that way Gale doesn't have to use up a spell slot.
No time to rest.
All right, loot. Light that candelabra, dang it.
Should mind my step.
Poor dwarf, he can't reach all the way up to the top. Let's see. Oh, and then stick chest, hold 3 gold pieces. Hooray! Oh, and we're going to grab those thieves tools over here. All right, couple things to do. Oh, I didn't. This there. Exciting. But let's take a look in here. See what we got. Yeah, ancient scroll. don't know why. It's really satisfying to hear the sound for candles lighting. Like, listen to this. Listen to this. Oh, hang on. Let me light it. Let me light it. Here, utter silence. Bird, hush. It almost sounds like pages flipping in a book or something. But I don't know. It's softer. I like it. I like it a little bit too much. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Book of Final Breath. Dense rows of scrawled text. The few legible entries seem to detail the names and final words of numerous individuals. Come see this. It's Moot. You're blocking my light. That's clever. All right. So that should be it for this whole area right here. But there is this door over here.
No lock, no handle. How does it open?
Yeah, so this door cannot be lockpicked or anything right now. So what we're gonna do is found a locked door, but it doesn't have a keyhole. There's got to be something interesting behind it. So we're gonna keep on exploring and see what we get. All right. Lots of stuff to take in this area. So you're just gonna have to bear with me while I loot absolutely everything. It's kind of disappointing too that there's this big stack of books, but when you open up the stack of books, there are no books. Like, come on, guys, come on. I see the books right there. You can't fool me. Nope. What was after? Let's get that light going. See, all the candelabras and everything, or candelabrums in this case, they're dual purpose. One, they light up the room quite a bit, and then the second purpose is they sound wonderful. I'll light up candle holders all day long. Ah, it's such a great little sound. Books. And the reason that I am collecting a lot of these books is because a lot of these books actually do sell for a pretty decent amount. Like, here's 5 copies of the same thing. I'm never going to use this, but that's 70 gold just boom right there, which is great. Turn the light on. Alexa, light the candelabrum. All right, I think that is. Oh, I get up there. I want to get up there and light that brazier. I want to light the brazier. Ridiculous. I love the lighting in here. It is so good with the light coming through. Oh, it's great. It's great. If I were any good at photography composition, I would say that's a screenshot, but I am not good at photography composition, so I'm not even going to try.
This text is ancient. Dedication to a forgotten god?
All right. More candelabrums.
That's curious.
Got a lever over there. Oh, and I think that opened up the door that we were previously looking at. So yeah. Let's get some light in here. Yeah! Cool. Can I jump up there? No. 3, please. Okay. I think we're done in this room. Did I already get that? Yeah, I did. It's a candelabrum I didn't light. Oh my gosh. How embarrassing. Candles, candles, candles. Ah, yeah. Okay, so this leads us deeper into the crypt here.
This place wasn't built for the living.
Whoa, there we go. The lever does have a skull. You know, when you're trying to be subtle about your sneaky lever placement, of course, the way to sneakily put a lever in your home is put it in a skull. No one will ever be the wiser. Loot, 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 loot. All right. Let's check this out here. This right here is the room that is absolutely full of traps. And then going that way is a little bit further. Actually, let me get these faces. And let me light this candelabrum, of course. If you'll notice, though, like, the comment on the skull, like, everything is, like, skull-themed here. That's, like... It's like if you went to Disney World and they had, you know... Skull everything. Skull Land. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here, because there are so many traps,
What's next?
Shadowheart has my highest perception score, I believe. Let me take a look at that, though. Perception. She has got a +3. So, one of the things that I will be doing once I'm in camp is I will be reconfiguring all of my characters, except for Nerdad, to be a little bit more efficient with their ability scores, and also I'll be putting in their skill proficiencies. It's not for stealth, but a warning. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, we're not going to hide the lever, but if you're brave enough to reach your hand into the skull and pull the lever, then I guess you deserve whatever treasure's in there. Anyway, so Shadowheart really should have perception as a learned skill, or as a proficiency skill. So I will be changing that around definitely, so that she has perception. Perception is just such a critical skill. But anyway, what I will be doing... Oh, Astarion has perception as well. So I might just put it on him. But anyway, what I'm doing here is...
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Since a lot of these perception checks are going to be passive, I am going to give guidance to Shadowheart, and I'm going to put her in front. No, I didn't want to close that. What the crud? There's got to be a brazier around here somewhere.
Let's see.
Yep. Let's see, there we go. The first of many. And actually, I'm going to have Astarion. I'm going to go ahead and save just in case. Because I wouldn't normally save. I'm trying to roll with the punches on this. But only have one trap disarm kit right now, so we cannot lose that trap disarm kit. No, 17, we're good on that. Another fun thing, this is actually a gas vent, I believe, and you can put some of those wooden crates that we picked up before on top of that gas vent, and it will prevent gas from the trap from coming up.
My faith will guide me.
Guidance ran out, so I am just gonna put guidance on Astarion, and I'll have him.
Keep a blade close.
I'll have him be my point guy here. Because again, he's got the same perception bonus as Shadowheart.
Yes, let's.
Uh-oh.
Traps. How considerate.
Oof. Failing on a lot of these.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
So let's try disarming this. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
Don't like how many of those I am missing out on. Okay. All right, cool. So we've got here a magic item. This is a spear. Spear misses its target. The wielder's next attack roll against that target gains true strike. So if you miss with this spear, it will automatically give you an advantage on your next attack roll on that. That's darn good, darn good. And then there's a key in here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip this. Who would be good? Well, I guess really the only option would be Nerdad. So let's take a look and see what the difference is. Same damage. I will lose. I'm gonna lose some of my bonus actions for being proficient with a warhammer, which is gonna kind of suck. But I do like this spear, so we'll go ahead. Looks great. Looks great. All right.
Can't slow down.
Jeez. What the crud was that?
What's next, I wonder?
Oh my gosh, that was like
What a day.
a lot of failed traps.
Fine.
There we go. Jeez.
Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
Cool. I don't remember what this button does. I'm a little scared to do it. I don't know what that did.
Don't linger.
Okay.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Okay, so that should be fine. As long as I don't walk over the trap trigger,
What have we here? Oh dear.
I should be okay.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
So many traps in this area.
Trap.
This place is more
Oh, that
dangerous
was
than I
off to the
thought.
side. Okay, cool. And hey, look, it's a candelabrum. I already got that vase. Oh, hang on, my bro. Hang on, my bro.
Stay idle.
What now? Moving.
I think this is a trap as well. Oh, I've already found that trap. Okay, cool. Cool. Hey, and look at that. It's a wooden crate. Who needs a wooden crate at this point? Shadowheart's got 3. Gale's got 3. Let's go ahead and grab Astarion's 3. Astarion. I see. Whenever we first got introduced to Astarion, or I was first talking about him, I told you I would keep on saying Astarion, and look at what I'm doing. I will not stop. And I feel like he would be super upset with me. All right, what else we got here?
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
The string, nice.
Don't mind if I do.
Hey, and soul coins. Soul coins are really interesting. They sell for really, really well, but they also have story-ish stuff later on, so I don't recommend selling those soul coins. Unless you are just super, super desperate.
Iron coin. I prefer gold. I'll take it.
Yep. All right, I think that is it for...
Nasty surprise.
Oh, where's that?
Caution is
Ah,
warranted
there we
here.
go. I think that is it for this room. So, we're going to keep on going straight through.
How about this?
Didn't even have to use my lockpick on that.
Let's hope for gold.
Scribes with swords. So much for the quill being mightier.
I wonder what was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection.
But all right. Get some lights going in here. We're gonna loot this whole area first before we definitively move on with the story stuff. And if I remember right, this right here is another entrance into the tomb ruins. Like I think this leads up to the hatch that I initially said was a little bit too high of a DC to actually tackle, so this is where it would put you. All right, let's get this brazier in place.
Let's have it.
Scroll of burning hands, good. I wonder if Quoth can light that brazier. Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
Give up now.
Okay. What a bummer. There's a brazier I can't light. I'm super sad, y'all. Another key. There's a candelabrum, though. Awesome. And a gilded chest over there. What is this? Ah, protection from evil and good. That'll be cool.
Jurgle. I didn't think anyone worshipped the scribe of the dead.
The inscription is in a language unknown to you.
All right. So I think that I've looted everything in here. And for no reason whatsoever...
There's no time to waste.
Actually,
Mind.
Ah!
So, we've picked up a wizard who managed to get stuck in his own
Have the
portal.
bird carry a torch.
Hardly a promising introduction.
Oh, that the bird could carry a torch. Actually, there's a great spell called Light that will turn any object, basically like a bright torch or whatever, and it lasts until long rest, I believe. But you could like cast light on like a stick or something and have the bird carry the stick and just kind of hover, you know, like way far up. That's pretty legit. Can't do it in Baldur's Gate 3, but you can totally do it in D&D. All right. So anyway, oh, I need to try to heal people. So the question is, do I want to go ahead and blow a short rest right here? I think I do. Ooh, this is my last short rest of the day, which actually works out.
Ah, excellent choice.
So first off, Gale has... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and have Gale recover a spell slot through Arcane Recovery. Arcane Recovery is pretty cool. You gain Arcane Recovery charges as you level up, and you can use those to regain a spent up spell slot, and it restores on long rest. Just kind of a little bit more flexible way for wizards to handle their spin spells. So I'm gonna do that. For no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna go ahead and short rest.
That helped.
For no reason whatsoever,
Forthwith.
I'm gonna have Gale move over here. And I'm going to have him drop. Move that out of the way. And drop. And the reason I'm moving each one as they come out is because sometimes if you drop like 3 wooden chests all in the like all in a row, they'll like fuse together, and you can still move them around, but you will move the used boxes. So yeah. Also, for no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna have Gale climb up on top of those boxes.
Whatever comes. I'm
And then Shadowheart. For no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna have her drop her boxes as well. And for no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna have her put those in a different spot. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, I think I got a fuse. Yep. See how it's fused? So annoying.
Better take that.
Really? Was that the most efficient way to go about doing that? Jeez, Shadowheart. You know, I'd be willing to bet that, wait, I can't move that? Oh, target's too far. Okay. I'd be willing to bet that there's a plot thread where you talk about Shadowheart's actual name. No reason whatsoever. I'm gonna have Shadowheart climb up there. All right.
Keep your distance, darling.
Still breathing.
I'm just gonna come over here and stand right here. You know, warm myself by the
Watch your
brazier.
back. This way.
Oh, actually, before he moves over there, I am going to have Shadowheart
My faith protects me.
give him guidance.
Someone there.
And we're gonna quick save again for no reason.
Over here. That might be worth a look.
I love how totally not a vampire Astarion is.
Oh hell! Something just woke up.
Oh, hey, I love it when the entire team goes at the same time. That makes me happy. Okay. So, Bird is going to go ahead and head over here. Cool. And move out of the way. All right, cool. Bird is done, and we do have a blinded guy. Ooh, he cannot reach the blinded guy. That stinks. But... oh, man. I can't reach anything. And I'm in line of sight. What is going on? What am I doing? Ugh. I'm going to have to move close to this stupid thing here. And Astarion's going to get beaten down. Not my best moment here, guys. You know what? I am going to go ahead and take the 20, because I've got Nerdad standing next to this guy, which means he's going to get sneak attack. So yeah, let's do it. Or not. Okay. I did not expect that.
My faith will protect me.
Alright. Now. Yeah, we're gonna do some Sacred Flame here. Because Sacred Flame... Here, let's actually check out their resistances. So, a weakness to bludgeoning. Poison immunity. Okay, that's it. Oh, ridiculous. Not great.
One can't always be a gentleman.
All right. I think I'm gonna Ray of Frost this guy, cause I don't want him moving too terribly much. I like the way Ray of Frost looks. That's a good looking spell. That's a good looking spell.
Where do I go from here?
Have Nerdad jump down that way. That way, Astarion is a little bit protected here. Yeah. I missed, so I'm gonna get True Strike, which is great. Kind of thinking about switching over to a bludgeoning weapon, just because it is gonna do extra damage, but I like this magic weapon. It's good. Lots of Ray of Frost in this fight, which works out great for me. I like the way it looks. Yeah. Incidentally, this is why I had Gale so far from Shadowheart. Because there's one of these guys that will cast Silence on one or both of them. So that way Gale is outside of the sphere of silence. Alright. Let's see what I can do here. Yeesh, not very much. Yeah, I can't get out of line of sight. Except maybe right there, but I think that's gonna block... No, I should still have a clear shot there. Okay.
Don't linger.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's have a
We'll
little
hide. Yeah. Alright, cool. And I still missed. Just goes to show you... You blind a skeleton. That's a fantastic question. You poke it where its eyes used to be. And then like once you have your fingers like in the eye sockets, you just kind of move them around a little bit. I don't know. You'll have to ask the bird, because it's the bird who's doing all the blinding. So I don't know. I don't know what the bird is pecking, but it's doing a great job. I am still gonna focus on this guy over here. Yeah. 3 HP left.
The lance board is set.
And I think I'm gonna do Firebolt just to try to get a little bit of extra chance of... Jeez, okay. Or for getting a critical hit. Awesome. Seems like it was overkill, but alright. And let's fly... Let's fly over here. And that should do it.
Concentrate.
Okay. Can I reach... So the guy... No, it's outside of my range, so that means that I'm going to have disadvantage, but there is this guy right here that I don't like. Oh, and I was going to cast a spell, but I'm silenced. All right. Ah! Okay, so one of the reasons I was wanting to focus on this guy is because he does have this little cone of silence happening. And if you do enough damage to him, you know, he might fail his saving throw, so that's what I was hoping for. Kind of a bummer.
Unleash me.
Alright, Gale, what have we got? Oh, actually, Gale is done.
Keep going.
And Nerdad has True Strike. Nice. Nice. Didn't do a huge amount of damage, which is unfortunate, but hey, that'll work. Could turn undead. Do I have turn undead? I don't have no turn undead. Alright, fine. Oh no. Ooh. That was actually a good hit. That was not a good hit. Which is what I wanted. Alright, where is the bird? What do we got going on here? Asterion might still be pretty good to
Hungry for
just
the slaughter.
hide. I can't quite make it into the clear from there.
Over here.
He can move over here, however,
Into
and
the shadows.
hide. I think I lost my hidden at that last moment there. It's kind of a bummer. Oh well. Fly this guy over. I'm telling y'all, the bird, the familiars in this are so useful. Blind is such a brutal status affliction, and yeah, just being able to like blind over and over and over again, like pretty darn consistently, is great. It's great.
Need to act fast.
All right, but now the question is, can we reach down here? Nope. Target too far. Oh, this guy's still up. I should take care of that first. Oh, and it's got one HP. This should do it. Or this won't do it. Dang. All right.
Death is but a word away.
How about you? Can you reach? Yeah. Gale is like on overkill right now.
Can't even catch my breath.
All right, let's see. One HP left. Jeez Louise. I do appreciate that guy is only doing one HP damage to me. They were desperate to silence Shadowheart over there. All right, so the question that I'm thinking about here is, who do I want to blind? I'm in range to blind both of these. So the question is does Shadowheart have range to that? She does. Oh, but the target is outside her normal range. So I think Gale is definitely going to be well outside of range. So yeah, we're not going to do that. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's barely in range. Yeah, I'm just going to try that and see what happens. Now he doesn't overkill. Fantastic. So heck, I might just try to kill this guy straight up. 3 damage? 80 chance for... Yeah, let's just do that. Cool. That was exactly what I wanted to have happen.
I'm ready.
Now, Astarion. Nice.
Sorry bones guarding dusty old trinkets.
Relics are wasted on bones. We can make much better use of them.
And kind of a weird situation. I've already looted all this, so don't need to loot it again.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Look at that candelabrum that isn't lit. Oh, so much better. And we are about to...
A lot of effort to hide one
sarcophagus.
Oh man. Okay. So the Amulet of Lost Voices is fantastic. So I will say it again. Larian Studios have done a fantastic job at giving animals with ton of dialogue that you can use with speak with animals, and then giving the dead tons of dialogue. All voice acted. Thanks to the spell Speak with Dead, which you can cast from this Amulet of Lost Voices here. So this is a really important thing to grab. Grab this jug. All right, and we are coming up on one of my favorite characters.
Here
Like
lies
there's
the guardian of tombs. Through knowledge comes atonement.
I will talk about this guy here in a sec. But the voice acting and the writing is so good. And even like the face motion capture is just great. Just great. This guy is like dripping with personality, but like a smooth, subtle personality. That eye open dang, is a little over dramatic for who this guy is.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me, right as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
So, y'all are hearing this now, but like, I don't know, there's just something about like the super gentle and almost like grandfatherly way that this thing talks, compared with like the eyes and the mouth. Like it just, this guy exudes like a grandpa that you'd want to hug, even though it's a super gross zombie skeleton thing. So he has spoken. What key are you talking about? A little spooked by the crawling out of the tomb bit.
An arbiter of certain matters. But that is not important now. Wilt thou answer my question? So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
And it's great too, because this skeleton, like, it goes with the flow and all this stuff, but you almost get the sense that like it's a little perturbed at the way that you ask it questions, like, so I ask again. It's really good. All of these answers are really well done and well thought out. Like, okay, we got no one life is worth more than any other. We are all equal. Life's only value is as currency. Doesn't matter to me otherwise. Each life is of infinite value and merits sacrificing everything for. The only life that matters is mine. Depends on the mortal. And then we have a paladin answer, and that depends on the virtue of the life that is lived. But I think I'm going to do each life is of infinite value and merits sacrificing everything for.
And thus, balance is achieved. If all are at war, none can win. Very well. I am satisfied.
So there is this problem
We
right
have
here,
met, and I know thy
where
face.
your weapon, like there's a
We
camera
will
angle where your
see
weapon
each other
blocks
again at the
the
proper
person that you're
time and
communicating with.
place. Farewell. We have nothing more to discuss. Continue on thy way, as if I were not here. I must attend this place after so many years away. We will see each other again soon.
Weapon blocking the face. You seem very certain of that. How?
The mechanics of fate would be difficult to explain.
He just called
to
me a
one
moron. Did you
such
see
as
that?
thyself. Regardless, it will occur.
So, spoiler alert on this. Well, minor spoiler alert on this. He says that we're going to meet very soon. But the soon that we're going to meet is in camp. And I think in a normal situation, you might not be going to camp at this point, but I am all out of short rests. I have burned through a couple of my spell slots, so it is time to go back to camp. And so there's this whole mysterious, we will meet soon. And it's like, boom, oh, here he is. Yep, here's the soon. You were right. It's right here in camp. But with that, the next time that we play, we will be actually dealing with Withers quite a bit, because one of the things that Withers does is he allows us to respec our characters, and so we will be expending quite a bit of gold to respec Gale and Astarion and Shadowheart, and get them a little bit more in line with how I would create a character. And part of that means that we will be respecing Shadowheart to be a life cleric, because life clerics are crazy overpowered. So that'll be a huge help for keeping people up in fights. So, but with that, we're going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight, and thank y'all for joining. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good